we got some stuff going on with Instagram. Okay, so today I just want to go over some things that will help you get funded. All right, I'm reading all this stuff coming up. I don't know about y'all, but Instagram have all these new things coming out and it's giving me suggestions. So come on in. I want to do a quick Q&A. Today is Funding Friday, right? So what are the things that we know that can get us funded, right? We need to make sure our personal credit profile is where it needs to be, our business is credible, and we have a blueprint, a funding plan. Chef, I don't know who you are. Put your question here first, Chef. So if any of you have any questions, type your question here and I want to answer it. Every time we get like real live answers and questions and I answer them, we get a better coaching call. But I want you to share this live out with 5 people and then type done, or 10 people. Today is Funding Friday. A lot of good things happen on Friday. So let's go over what's going on. Who has any questions before I just get to hammering off at the mouth? Because a lot of the times we have unique situations that I haven't heard of in a while and it gets my funding, thing going on. What do you have going on that is preventing you from getting to the funding side? Anyone? What do you have going on? I know a lot of people think you could get funded with negative items on your personal credit profile. And unfortunately, guys, you cannot. We need to take care of that first. There's a few ways to take care of it. My first advice would be to get a professional. Right? I know that people are going around town and all on the internet saying, oh, you don't need to pay a credit repair person, do it yourself. Here's what I want you to do. Try that. But if it's taking you more than 3 months to get results, go get a professional. I'm telling you guys, think about it. Why would I pay for a mentorship to do my own credit repair? Do you want to start a credit repair company? If that's not your goal, I would take that monies and pay someone that has a proven track record to get this stuff off, because you have to think about it. So there's a learning curve. All of this stuff is new to you. You are not going to execute the way that someone who's been in credit repair business 5 to 10 years. It's going to take you a minute to kind of like feel confident and understand what it is that you're executing. Because another thing, you have to come up to the belief and the understanding that what consumer laws are. I know I was, but I was desperate. I was different. So I just was like, hey, I read a couple laws and they were like, hey, once I got that understanding in one day, it just took me one day. Some of y'all like to play games. I did my study and I kind of like investigated, asked a few people a few questions to get everything clarified, and I went to work. But it took me 5 months, right? Now, some of the people that I work with, they're getting bankruptcies off in weeks. You understand what I'm saying? So if your only issue is credit repair, think about that. How motivated are you going to be in a mentorship that's going to teach you how to get it off? I'm telling you, you be all pumped up and excited and it sounds great when these people are like, hey, give me $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 and I'll put you in a mentorship to teach you how to clean up your own credit. Trust me, you do not want to be in the credit repair business. And I'm sorry, I'm not trying to tear down my people who's doing it. I'm just trying to keep it real with you. I quit on my own credit repair 3 times. Credit repair sucks. So stop listening to these people. I'm not about to lie to you on Funding Friday, telling you that you can get rid of your own credit repair or to join their community and they have AI software that's going to get rid of your credit repair. Here's what I say. Don't be a follower. Do that. But if you're not seeing any results and nothing is falling off at all within 2 rounds or 3 rounds, go find yourself a professional. But then at this point, you've wasted time and money. And those mentorships are sometimes is just as expensive as someone doing the service for you. I'm telling you, I know people who's been trying to do their own credit repair for years. I know people who are in the top mentorships and they have a credit repair company and they can't even clean their own fucking credit. I just had to curse. Because I was like, girl, what? How you do credit repair and you still got negative items? I'm like, girl, it's time for you to get funded. And I'm thinking she already, because she has a credit repair business, is she in this credit repair mentorship? Girl, I'm just struggling. I got 2 or 3 things on my, that's how you know it's BS. All right? I just had to get that out. Thank you for allowing me to get my soapbox off. Try the free software that they're out here advertising, but I promise you, don't feel bad if you're unable to get anything off. Why? Because you're not a professional. You will do better taking your time to find someone with a proven track record. Have them show you who has you taken off who got a similar problem. Let me know. All right? That's it. Do not be joining these credit repair mentorships. I'm telling you, the worst thing I ever did in my life was to get rid of my own bankruptcy. That ish sucks. Okay, it sucks. And that's why I don't do credit repair. Even though I got rid of my own bankruptcy, you couldn't pay me enough to get rid of your bankruptcy. I'm not doing it. It's just that stressful. So you need someone that works with their personality type, and all they do is study those laws all day, and they like going to court, because a lot of people are getting into litigation. They are taking these people to court. So are you ready to go that far? If not, get someone else who's already doing it. I promise you, it'll get you fast. That your road to the bag will be a lot more smoother if you pay someone to do your credit repair. And if they have a litigation process, let them go to court and sue. You take your time and energy and you start learning how to get funding, how to build proper relationships with banks while that is happening. Just my 2 cents. So I think I've seen some questions. I'm gonna need to tap in with you, remove these late payments. Okay, cool. Just DM me. And you know what? You and me, we talk all the time. You ain't serious. You playing games. You probably thought you could get rid of that stuff yourself. I'm telling you, stop listening to these people telling you could get rid of these late payments. Late payments, bankruptcies are the worst. All right? It's easier to get a charge off and a hospital bill off than it is these late payments. Why? Because the account is still open. That regular 609 letter that they're using and the CFPB, that ish isn't working. And y'all got Akila cursing on this Funding Friday. What else we got? We got any questions? Okay, I sent there 3 rounds using M2, that Metro 2, and it didn't move any late payments from 2021 or 2022. That is what I'm saying. And you and me, you've been following me for so long that had you just connected with someone, you would be 200, 300K up on the funding side. I'm telling you guys, do not do it. But look, don't be a follower. Do your due diligence, all right? If you find that it's not working, dust yourself off. Don't say, oh, it doesn't work. Keep going. By all means, do not keep negative items. Was shopping, was dropping the socks in Atlanta. Were you at one of my speaking engagements? Okay, what are the best places to ask for first-time business loan? New DUNS number. So DUNS number has nothing to do with you getting a business loan. If you have no business credit and you're developing business credit, you yourself, the fastest way to the bag is to get your personal credit in order and PG it. You will not get any real funding building out a business credit profile or building out net 30s on a business credit report or a DUNS report. That is not going to result in real funding or a loan from a real bank. Your personal credit profile needs to look and look a certain way, all right? Now, if you need a blueprint or anything that's going to walk you through getting access to $50,000 to $150,000 of 0% interest funding in the correct fashion, type the word ready and then check your DM. Let's see, any other questions? Okay, I am happy for you. I'm happy for you too, Max. Bankruptcy Chapter 7. Okay, so you need a professional. So I have people that I affiliate with. So DM me. I'm not credit repair. I hate credit repair. So when people be seeing me on podcasts, I need to start putting that. I'm telling them my next podcast, put under my face, I don't suggest you try this at home. Yes, I got rid of my own bankruptcy, but that was back in the day when those 609 letters were working. It's a different ball game out here now, y'all. They not stupid. You dealing with big agencies, Equifax, TransUnion, and Experian. Their whole business is to have the right to report negative items against you. So they're forever changing the rules to confuse you. So you need that person who's forever right on top of it. Oh, okay, they switched it this way, we're gonna go this route. Oh, they went right, we're going left. Like, I mean, it's just as simple as that. So let's see what we got. We got any questions? Come on, let's get funded. Today is Friday. What are your questions? Yes. Yeah, again, he said he was in that Metro too. You're trying to build business credit? Type the word ready. So let me just put that. Type ready. I'm just really on here to do access, check DMs, right? And then get access. How to access 50K plus in funding. Like, no joke. Like, for real, for real. You're not going to get it with negative items, and you're not going to get it with net 30 accounts. That's not going to happen. So type the word ready, check the link, follow everything in there, and let's get funded. Do we have any other questions? It looks like we have a question here. Okay, can I get a business Amex on the business side without having an Amex on the personal side? Yes. Yes, you can. But American Express is a bit bougie. You need a 720 plus credit score. You cannot owe anybody anything, nothing negative on your account. Reduce your credit card utilization below 10%, right? Now, when you're dealing with Amex, PNC, those are like adult, elite banks. They're not going for the 680. They want you to be in the higher tier, and that's how they fund you. Because American Express, the beautiful thing about American Express, babes, is that you can go to their site and it's a soft pull. So go ahead and apply for the business credit card. Check it. They'll let you know without a hard inquiry. A soft pull means it's not a negative mark inquiry. It's just a soft pull. All right. So that way, if you are denied, guys, you will then get that denial reason, and then it will teach you what you need to do and what actionable steps that need to happen to get you to the funding side. That's a hack. Never be afraid to apply when you know it's a soft pull. Are we with that? That is power in the denial. Because it's like, if it's a soft pull, so what? And then another thing, just type the word ready. Me, I just go crazy because I know how to get rid of inquiries in a week, right? Now that I will do. But sometimes I'm too lazy to do that. I pay my inquiry, got to get rid of my inquiries. He like Aquila, like, come on. Like, I just don't feel like it. It's just not a great use of my time. And then they switch up the rules on the inquiries. See, they like to play games. So if I pay somebody $400, $500 to get rid of my inquiries, and then they're playing games, let them figure it out, because I already paid them. So they need to figure out the new rules, not me. That's when I stopped even doing my own inquiries. What do you think about Sam's Club card EIN only? Okay, those. So what I know about it, my understanding is, someone told me this, but I don't know how true it is. Because, you know, I'm like active, and I talk to people who need funding and getting into my mentorship. One of my clients, she's She's a celebrity, but she's like behind the scenes of celebrities, right? So she get to call and talk to me directly, right? So she told me, and I don't know how true it is, she told me that Sam's Club said that they're not doing any business memberships anymore. But here's how it used to work, okay? You need to get your business experience, business credit profile up to an 80 plus payback score, because that's where they're going to pull from. What does that require? That requires your business to be credible before you can even apply to the net 30s. Guys, this is why you're so confused. It's a process to everything, even from getting like a simple Sam's Club card. Sam's Club is the only one that has a master logo on the business side, but you have to still follow a certain strategy to end up with a $10,000, $15,000 card. They don't give you that much, $3,000, $5,000, because it's based on your EIN only, right? So add 3 business accounts, net 30 accounts, at least 3 minimum that reports the business experience, all right? Then you go and you get a business account with Sam's Club. Make sure it's just your EIN only. It's in your business name, right? You wait 30 days. Then you apply, you wait 30 days and you need an 80 plus payback score, right? On your business experience. Then you apply for a business credit card. Make sure, because this has happened to quite a few people, they will ask for your social security number because they're giving you a personal application. Confirm that I need to apply for a business Sam's Club credit card in my business name only using my EIN. That should result in an approval for you. I hope that answered your question. Any other questions? It say, what is the good business store card to finance equipment like computers, desk, couches? No. Your personal credit just needs to be in order. So if they're going to allow you to finance anything, that means you are asking for money from a real bank. And a real bank is going to want to make sure that your personal credit profile is in order. A real bank. So when you go to like department stores and stuff like that, that allow you to finance computers and things like that, the people who are checking and approving those lines of credit are from a real bank. And that is going to require good credit, not just business credit, unfortunately. And Ty, you follow me. You know what's required in order to get funded. So it said, I heard something, someone got 15,000 amount ago, but I'll check it out myself. Thanks. Probably talking about Sam's Club. I knew someone that got 20K. Yeah. So it just really depends, right? It's just like really not much, but it'll help. Even if you got $10,000 and it didn't require your personal credit and your credit isn't the best, I think it's worth it. You can do a lot with $10,000 to get started. Okay, can bad business credit scores be repaired? Let me tell you this. They're not required to do it. I don't know anyone that's done it successfully. I remember one time I was speaking and a girl kind of like disputed that. She was like, hey, I was able to get rid of an item or two, but like real credit repair does not exist on the business side because there isn't a Fair Credit Reporting Act. So we have consumer laws on the personal side that protects us, which allows us and gives us our American rights to dispute and take them to court and things like that. But on the business side, that does not exist. They don't even have any laws in place that requires them to even report the business credit. So they can do whatever they want on the business side. So they don't have any laws to force them. So they're not motivated to do it. It's like a lucky thing if they decide to remove something and they just feel like the positive relationship you have with them is worth it, but not really guaranteed. I personally don't know anyone who was successful. So what I tell my people, I'm not dealing with that. Let's just start a brand new LLC. Because if you get your personal credit profile in order and you build a brand new LLC and structure it out, you can structure it for funding for any business to get access to $50,000 to $150,000 of 0% interest funding. All you need to do is just type the word ready and stop playing games. Like, let's just get the blueprint. Today is Funding Friday. Get it. Start taking action. Build it out properly. Because going around and trying to figure this stuff out, like people are joining these groups for $97 a month or $149 a month, talking about you can clean your own credit, only to find out like, man, these 4 or 5 months I've been in this group, that was the cost of my credit repair. And you're nowhere near closer to your next step. Here's what I would tell you. And here's my belief. There's nothing I ever bought or paid into, right, that I didn't get myself to a higher level. So I pay for people's ebooks and I read it really quickly because I know me. I stop, like, I'm in a few people's communities and I kind of like follow what they're doing when it comes to finances because I have to stay abreast of what's going on. So I like communities because it's interactive. Right? I can ask questions, I can interact, I can see other people and the things that they're going through, but just paying for something, thinking that I need to get myself the expert level to get the result, guys, just check to see how much the service is. The only thing I guarantee, or the only thing that I think is cool for you to learn is financial literacy. Why? Because you're an entrepreneur. You learning how to do credit repair and you're not interested in starting a credit repair business, is that beneficial to you? Because I promise you, as long as it's going to take to get that stuff off your own personal credit report, you're going to be like, forget credit repair. Then on top of that, when you pick up a few clients, people with credit repair, even though they got all this stuff, 2, 3 repos, a foreclosure, 5 negative items, and 18 late payments, they hounding you every month. Is it clean? Dude, here go your money back. Be great. Because credit repair is a process and it takes time, right? But the beauty of it is it's not going to be on there 7 to 10 years. It's not going to take as long as it took you to screw it up to correct it. But you have to have patience, okay? And especially if you're learning this stuff yourself, first you have to, it take a couple of months for you to get to the learning curve and for you to get into the groove and understand that they're going to say no in the beginning. That's just the game. Equifax, TransUnion, and Experian is not playing with you. They don't want to let it go easy. So you need to know what you're talking about. They're not going to say, just because you sent the law, they're going to act like they didn't even, they used to play games. So I would send them something, how the law clearly stated, and ask them specific things. They would respond in a way that didn't even address what my letter was saying. Like totally disrespectful. Someone told me that using ADP to pay myself in LLCs is not, an S corp is illegal, and that I should only do bank transfers. Yeah, so with LLCs, yes, you do a drop, but I'm not an accountant. So I'm a fan of S corps. So I use things and services like ADP to pay myself, right? But I'm a fan of S corps. Look into S corps to see if that's something better for you, right? But talk to an accountant. To my understanding, when you have an LLC, you are supposed to do a bank transfer, and that is what is known as draws. That's my understanding as well, but I'm not telling you to take what I'm saying as the Bible. Go and speak to a tax professional and have them confirm that for you. Okay, I currently have single member LLC, have an assistant, but she's not on payroll because she's overseas. So should I continue using ADP to pay myself weekly? Again, talk to a tax professional, but there's a way for you to get tax breaks on having like a VA or someone in the Philippines or overseas, there's something called an 8-bin. You need to have them fill out one of those, and then you will be able to get tax breaks for how you're paying them. The number 8-BEN. Look that up. Good luck. All right. Oh, damn. So I need to cancel my account then? I'm telling you to talk to a tax professional. Don't listen to me. All right? Okay. What if I pay myself through ADP as a 1099? I checked that I'm not paying myself as a W-2 employee. Okay, talk to a tax professional. I have to back out of that conversation. Do we have any business funding questions? Because today is Funding Friday, and I want you guys to get funded, all right? We want every day to be like Friday, all right? So here's what I know. Pay into a little something that can get you closer to your goal, all right? Anything that's teaching you financial literacy and different strategies and ways you can set yourself up for funding is beneficial to you and anyone else you know. Your kids. I mean, I'm telling you, I really know and understand that the things that I'm teaching people and they are successful in it, they are passing this information on to their children. That is a lot of people in lower economical situations, disenfranchised people. We are out, even though I just never had anyone talk to me about the things I'm talking to you about. All right. But this is a new day, right? My fair, feathered, weathered, complected friends, my white girlfriends, back in the day, they were talking about getting corporations and LLCs, young girls as yoga instructors. Okay. So that lets me know that this is something that their parents and their family and their community of people who understand how to go get real funding from a real bank, they know how it operates. Period. We don't. We grind it out. We white knuckle it out. And this is why we're failing in business. Another thing we need to understand too is not to over leverage ourselves with credit. Get a mentor that's going to teach you how to turn that chunk of money from 5 figures to 6 figures, from 6 figures to 7 figures. Do not go at it alone. We're not used to getting and using other people's money. Okay? Don't be arrogant. Because I remember my mother asked me a question. Okay, Akila, what are you going to do when you do get access to $3, $4, $5 million? I was like, I got a lot of rich friends who are making $10 million plus a year. I said, I already hollered at one of my guys like, look, when I get to the point where I got a chunk of money that I'm not used to handling, we gonna need to have a sit down. He was like, I got you. I'm not gonna take all that money and think I'm arrogant about it and I know what to do with it. And I'm giving you that same advice on this Funding Friday. If you're someone that's never even had $50,000 all at once, you need guidance. Trust me when I tell you that. Because the worst thing you can do is be arrogant, and because we have all these plans in our head with no business acumen. Business acumen is the understanding of how business works and how to take calculated risk. We're brand new entrepreneurs taking a chunk of money and risking it. Because I asked someone who's never had funding before, what would you do if you did get $150,000? You know what they told me? I am going to take the money and go get a duplex. That's the worst thing you can do. Then I proceeded to explain to her why. I said, I'm not just talking smoke up out my butt. I was a landlord for over 10 years. I was losing. The worst thing you can do is go get yourself a duplex. And she was like, really, why? I said, let me explain to you why. When someone move out, you think your apartment gonna be intact? No, you always need new flooring and you always need paint. You always need to patch up holes and whatever else they did to your house. And typically it's anywhere from $7,000 to $10,000 to flip an apartment. I got it down to 5,000 to the point where I had wood floors. It was mixed wood floors and carpet. That I had a flooring crew that would re-sand my wood floors and give me new carpet for the 3 bedrooms for only, what did they charge me? I got them down to like $1,500, $1,200, something like that, right? But then the painting is another expense, okay? That's a couple thousand. I had gotten it down to $5,000, but I was still losing. Let me tell you why. Because when you have like a 2 unit or 3 unit or even a 4 unit, it's a small profit margin. So all it takes is one move out, and there goes your profit for the year. You had to use it in order to flip the apartment for a new move-in. So you don't know that. You just assume something is profitable without understanding real estate. So when people like me sit up here, stop thinking we're always trying to sell you something. We're trying to save you. If you know my story, I lost it all and was almost homeless. Okay? So I'm here to tell you, take a little money. The best thing you can do for yourself is, number 1, clean your personal credit profile. Get it funding ready. Number 2, get yourself a funding plan and a real blueprint. Number 3, that will then get yourself a funding blueprint and a funding strategy, right? So you know which banks to go to in a particular order, which is going to allow you to get the most amount of money in your hands as possible, getting you access to $50,000 to $150,000 in funding. Do not take that money being cheap and risking it, okay? The best next move for you at that point is to invest $5,000 to $20,000 in the best in the game, in a new opportunity. And you sit there and you learn that blueprint and that strategy, and you use that money wisely. Don't just go crazy and go blow the whole 100K or bouncing from mentorship to mentorship. One teacher, one opportunity, one mentor. Don't get into Airbnb, car rentals, and home health care, and Toru, no. Go and sit in all these people's seminars, they free webinars they having. Do you want to start an Amazon store? If that's something you can see yourself doing from day to day, ask real questions. You know what my primary question is when I used to go and look for an opportunity? What would my day-to-day look like? What would be required of me, right? Like I started home health care, right? I don't like a lot of paperwork, but guess what? I had to force myself to learn my own business before I delegated it to someone else. So my understanding, once I get good at it, then I'm going to give that task to somebody. But if you really truly hate something, you don't want to do it. So figure out and get yourself into something that you will enjoy doing from day to day. If you're someone that like cars or whatever, that's another thing. When they told me I had to pick up the cars and drop it off, and they stealing cars and trackers and all this other stuff, I was like, nah, that ain't for me. Nah, trucking, nah, that ain't for me. Start figuring out, how am I going to fit into this business and grow it? I just gave you $1 million worth of game, okay? That is how you go from nothing to something. That's how you go from bad credit to $50,000 to $150,000, and then you take that money and you turn that credit to cash flow. Do you hear me? There's no other way. There's no other way. So the reason I like just using a service for credit repair, because that shortens your time. A lot of people are stuck with the bad credit level because they're trying to do it cheap, and then you're listening to these people telling you can do your own credit repair. I'm telling you, don't do that. My advice, but don't be a follower. Do we have any questions? Is this information you guys can use? If this is information you can use, please put some fire in the chat, because I'm here to help you. I'm not here for any other reason than hearing I'll think about it. Yes, think about it. Think about it for sure. I hate sales. Do not enjoy phone calls and Zoom meetings at all. So you have to think about, so some of my favorites right now is like Amazon stores and Shopify stores and stuff like that. To be honest, that's probably something I can do from day to day. Why? Because I'm an online shopper. I can be online and doing marketing and then marketing my product on Instagram. I like being on Instagram and posting and stuff like that, right? And then you go and you shop and you get the items and you get the inventory. How do I know I like that? My very first business was a boutique and I enjoyed it. I wasn't stressed. I made money, but it was a fun thing for me. I didn't take entrepreneurship seriously back then. I was young and I just closed the doors and went and was at work full time because I thought a real business at the time, I was a network analyst. But I know I could shop and have an Amazon store and a Shopify store, some of the things, and I would probably be very successful at that because I could sit up for 7-8 hours and be online. Think about it. Home health care. The healthcare industry requires a lot of paperwork. Are you that type of individual that can sit up and make phone calls and be pushing paper and then be going back and forth medical terms and getting faxes and sending faxes and home visits and dealing with sickly type people who are struggling? I had to get used to that. I'm a sensitive person, right? Trucking. What is required for that? Airbnbs, what is required for that? That I was successful in it because I enjoyed it. It gave me my time freedom. What's important to Akila is time freedom. I don't want to be working busy work in a business. I just don't. So if you're not that worker bee type of person, you need to look at industries that's going to give you your time freedom. And get the funding that's going to allow you to pay for the mentor that's going to make you successful in that industry. All right? I hope I came for you today. I hope I motivated someone to take at least the next step in your life. If you're coming up under the sound of my voice and you're watching the replay, type the word ready. Look at your DMs. Join a winning team. Let's get funded. Happy